Okay, here we are, Chapter 5, Radical Expressions and Equations. Topic 2, Multiplying and Dividing Rational Expressions. Today we're going to look at multiplying. Let's review first. We have 2 root 6 plus 3 root 6, and we know that if we add like radicals, that'll be 5 root 6. In our next one, we have 2 root 5 plus 5 root 7. Minus 3 root 5 plus 7 root 7. The like radicals can be combined, so 2 root 5 minus 3 root 5 would be negative 1 root 5, and 5 root 7 plus 7 root 7 is 12 root 7. Third example, we'll start doing a little bit of multiplication. 6 times 3 times root 13, we're going to multiply the whole numbers together. 6 times 3 is 18 times just the root 13 follows behind. In our next part, 6 times 9 would be negative 54 root 11. In example 4, we have 2 binomials. That means we have to use the FOIL method. First times first, 2 root 3 times 2 root 3 will be 4 root 9. Multiply the whole numbers together and multiply the roots together. Now we're going to get 2 root 3 times negative 5 root 2. That would be negative 10 root 6. The inside terms, 5 root 2 times 2 root 3 is plus 10 root 6. And lastly, positive 5 times negative 5 root 2 is going to be negative 25 root 4. Well, we can simplify some things. Square root of 9 is 3, so our first term will be 4 times 3, which is 12. Our middle terms are opposites, so they're going to simply cancel each other out and disappear. Our last term, 25 root 4, is going to be minus 25 times 2, which is minus 50. And our final answer is 12 minus 50, which is negative 38. Number 5, we have root 12 times 2, which is 2 root 12. We can't multiply roots and whole numbers. They just simply combine to be 2 root 12. The last part is minus 6 times root 12 times root 3, and root 12 times root 3 is root 36. Now we can simplify. Root 12, the biggest perfect square I can divide into root 12 would be root 4. So that would be root 4 times root 3, which will give me 2 root 3. Now it's going to be 2 times 2 times root 3, which is 4 root 3. The second part, minus 6 root 36, well, root 36 is 6. So 6 times 6 will give me 36. We can't combine those. It's our final answer. And the next one, 4 times 3 is 12. Root 7 times root 4 is root 28. I should say cube root of 7 times the cube root of 4 is the cube root of 28. Now we have 4 times negative 5, that'd be negative 20. And the cube root of 4 times the cube root of 2 would be the cube root of 8. To simplify, the cube root of 28 cannot be simplified any further, but the cube root of 8 is 2. So I can say the cube root of 8 is 2 times the 20 that I already have would be minus 40. Moving on to example 1, multiplying radicals and simplifying where possible. In A, we're going to have negative 3 times positive 4, whole number times whole number would be negative 12. Root 2x times root 6 would be root 12x. Now the root 12 can be broken into 2 parts. The part I can find the square root of and the part that I can't. I can find the square root of 4 So I'm going to put that first, and then I'm going to put the rest that I can't, the 3x, behind it. Root 4 is simply 2, so the final answer would be negative 12 times 2, which is negative 24 root 3x. Second one, 7 times 5, our whole numbers, is 35. Root 3 times root 5 is root 15 minus 42 root 9. Now the root 9 can be reduced to 3, and that'll give us 35 root 15 minus 126. Example C, we have to FOIL this now. We're going to get 72 root 10 minus, or pardon me, plus 48 root 20. Then we're going to go minus 5 times 9 root 5, which is minus 45 root 5, and minus 30 root 10. The only thing I can simplify in here next would be the root 20. And that'll become root 4 times root 5. Root 4 is 2, so I'm going to get 48 times 2 is 96 root 5. Now I can gather my like terms. 72 root 10 minus 30 root 10 is 42 root 10. And 96 root 5 minus 45 root 5 is 41, or should say 51 root 5. Last one. 9 times 1 would be 9 times the cubed root of 8w squared. Plus 9 times 7 is 63 times the cube root of 56w. Now both 8w squared and 56w can be broken down. 8w squared, I'm going to say that's going to be the cube root of 8 times the cube root of w squared. Now I know the cube root of 8 is 2. I'm going to simplify that later. The next part, 63 times the cube root of 56w, that breaks into 8 times 7w. Now as I said, the cube root of 8 is 2 times the 9 would be 18 cube root of w squared plus 63 times the cube root of 8. The cube root of 8 is 2, so it'll be 126 cube root of 7w.